shouldn't say quick stream. I'm gonna be streaming for the majority of the rest of the day, but there might be an hour where I jump off for a little bit. Well, a couple hours because of work. Anyway, figured I'd stream my little demo of what I'm trying to do with music. It's actually been a little bit more difficult than I expected. Okay, let's see if I can time this correctly.
Bags and loose items in the boxes positioned opposite your seat. Once seated, please pull your lap bar across your waist and then in towards your body. Once again, please pull your lap bar across your waist and pull it down tightly against your body. The bars will be locked shortly.
Trying to do something new with the music. Seeing how it times out. I have the second half's music chosen. The first half's been tricky. Hey, Tinky Cap. Testing out a new soundtrack for the new version. Well, the new video. I am testing out some music. That was a little off. We gotta retime that. This is where I want it to hit, right here. Put a lot of time into picking my music and my audio. I don't know if I like this one because I don't have any voice clips in it. But I'm just testing these out. I like the second song I have. Like, I know for sure I got that. I might stick with the same as the old. I might stick with the same first song, honestly, just because it has so much voiceover work. Well, for my version. You know, my personal version. The one I upload myself. And here we... This is the one that I like. See, I just don't think it fits. Even if I fade out, I don't think it fits the mood. I like the timing of that first one, but it just doesn't quite... Doesn't quite work for me. Yeah, I should be working on something new by next week. Although I might do a Blueheim recording tonight too with Reshade, see how that looks. I'm basically remastering most of my stuff from a Reshade standpoint. I'm almost done. I got a few more to record, and then I'll be done with this part. Oh, I shouldn't say done, because I got a lot of recordings to do. Word. Thank you. This is also a new video. I have a lot of, I did a new Reshade, a bunch of other stuff to enhance it. Not most people would notice it, but you know. Oh, this video is also 120 FPS for me personally, because my TV and my monitor can handle that. So again, that won't work on YouTube. Here we go. This is the part I like. Haha. Blanco does that. Blanco does that. Yeah, I've been gone since March. I just came back. So I'm kind of relearning everything. Oh. show you. Probably haven't seen the park itself. I also have the park open. Filling up the park for recording. As you can see, it's a fully functional park. Just letting the park fill up so I can do a recording. Each one of these arcade machines too is into like there's every single one is unique. And has this is actually for my emulator stuff that I have. Little trailer I have a little emulator program. So I took the banner from each one of them and a little video from each one of them. Every single arcade machine's a different game. At least I think so. I might have compressed. No, I did compress it to make it less painful because it was bad. Before I had every single one was unique and it caused some problems. And you can see how big it is. It's kind of hard to tell from the video, but you actually have to glitch the game in order to even show the whole thing. Come on. Come on. Don't break on me. There she is. So to give you an idea how big it is, this is a max scale map in Scenario Editor. So it's like as big as you can make the map, which is way bigger than the default. And even then, the length from this point to this point is half the size of the height. So you can kind of get an idea how ridiculously large it is. Yeah, I would hope so. I've spent like half of like COVID lockdown on this. Actually more than that, probably the whole thing. 2,500 hours in about a year. I'm just now recovering. Like it's just now like okay, I can breathe again. I can come back to the game. Ah, very unwieldy. Well, the part of that's because I'm filling the park with guests. And when I do recordings, I like the park to be full, and I appreciate that. Oh, where was I going? Oh, yeah, first drop. There we go. I get lost in my own park. Still haven't fully decided whether I'm going to bother changing the music or not in the new video. I'd like to, just to, so something would be different other than just the lighting settings. So to give you an idea what I'm talking about, a lot of us in the community use a thing called Reshade. This right here, that it changes the lighting by drastically. And if I go to default, this is what it looked like before in the other video. No reshade. It's still not that it doesn't look good or anything. I'm not saying that, but this is before reshade. Before reshade. After reshade. But so originally the reason I had to make new footage is you never know when this game's going to stop working and this park's just not going to function properly and I won't be able to get another recording. And all I had was videos that have that, heavily copyrighted music on it. So I wanted new masters that don't have of all of these videos that so like I made 2 copies of it. I wanted one that had no music so that I can easily put anything on top of it and I'm safe going forward to kind of play around with it, and I need new masters. So realizing I had to do a ton of new recordings, I figured, okay, if I'm going to do new recordings, let's find ways to enhance it. Let's, do a new lighting system. Let's 120 FPS, all that kind of stuff to make this work worth it. It's a meme that I do this though. Like I'm probably gonna jokingly call this Tigran XL Super Overloaded RGB Edition or something crazy like that, just to lean into the meme. Okay, park should be full enough now. Is it full enough? Yeah, close enough. This isn't a coaster that I care about being. Oh, let's check the line actually. This one's actually one that you do want a nice full. Okay, the line's full enough. That's good enough. I can work with that. It's not gonna. This is not. I made some of my. You know what? That actually might be something I should change. It's gonna cost me though. I made a lot of these lines ridiculously large for really no reason. To be honest, like there's no tangible reason to make them. That's really gonna hurt me, but whatever. This is easy to fix. These are things that this is gonna take me 2 minutes to fix, and it just helps the visual of filling the park up just feel a bit more, I guess, seamless. That's not the word. There we go. This is gonna be so freaking tricky. I kind of get because I'm an actual coaster enthusiast. I can get lost in the idea of like, how big should this line be in real life, and that doesn't always necessarily line up with what makes for good video content. Or spotlight content because I can't make every single building in this place 40,000 pieces when it is already this thing kills. That you can't out hardware this park for one. Just not. It doesn't matter how good your video card is. This game will not take advantage of it because it's just an old, very old engine. Can I just delete that one out? Yeah, I can pull. I gotta be careful because this could be here for a reason, but I don't think so. I think this is just. Let's go here and make sure. Yeah, there's no actual purpose for this stuff. As you can see, like you might think, wow, it's so easy. Sometimes there are lots of large pieces you can use that will cover a whole hell of a lot of ground for you. That is, especially when you're doing these kind of absurdities, it is huge to be able to fill large spaces with some nice looking detailed pieces. It really can help in a lot of different ways. I don't mind it kind of going up like that actually. Let's fix this. This is just going to make it easier for me to fill this line up and keep it looking nice. Small adjustment, not a huge thing. So freaking tricky. I'm gonna have to delete that path first. Although there's a trick. So I'm gonna have to redo it. There we go. This is so freaking annoying. Yeah, I'm just making some of my paths a little smaller, actually. Because it's not really necessary for it to be. See, now here's another little tip. See how I have those selected? I can still undo with those pieces selected and have it and still hold the pieces selected, which is really useful when you're doing stuff with the paths because pathing can be bad. So yeah, all I was doing there is just making the queue line a little shorter, which will help fill up the rest of the line. Back and pause it. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to refill the line now. The hell? What is that? Oh, it's just the confetti from opening the ride. Okay. It used to be Channel 5 gaming, right? I don't know where my scenery piece went, but I don't care enough to change it. This park also uses one of the mod tools. So, for instance, there's coaster types that shouldn't exist. I'll give you a funny example. They don't have a launch B&M. I did a launch B&M. Slow on me. This one right here. The launch B&M coaster. If I actually highlight the track. So this part right here is actually scenery. That's not a real coaster right here. Ugh, so laggy. So yeah, here we go. So you notice how it just this part here. Come on, wasn't even running this bad before. So this section here is actually invisible track because I used a mod to allow me to do a launch here. Because usually you can't do launches on that coaster. There's a mod that'll let you speed up any lift to whatever speed you want to, add launches, build coasters at angles that shouldn't be possible, you know, exceed on certain launch coasters, let you exceed the speed you normally would, things like that. Very useful. But you know, you're dealing with anytime you release something, you kind of have to put it in there. This uses the mod, by the way, because if you open up this park without the mod, a bunch of the coasters, it will open. It will open just fine, but the coasters won't finish. They won't make it around the track. Honestly, the mod scene in this game is extremely niche. It's getting more common. We're starting to get Johnny to. I mean, at the end of the day, in the Channel 5 community, and really Planet Coaster overall, what we can get the spotlighters to use, generally speaking, is what becomes mainstream. Unless you're somebody like me who's, you know, I can send a video to Johnny and he'll just play my video instead. So, you know, I can get my stuff up. But for the most part, you have to, until he adopts it, it's not going to be widely used. Although he's starting to, and that, you know, when that happens, then all of a sudden it starts getting, you know, more popular. But it's just now getting mainstream. And when I say mainstream, I mean mainstream within an extremely niche community. Like we are the niche of a niche's niche when it comes to the Planet Coaster community. But I've been playing these games since Roller Coaster Tycoon 1. Oh, man. Worst thing is I'm probably going to have to reboot this. I probably won't even be able to do my recording before I go back to work because it's chugging. And even when I slow this game down with Cheat Engine, you know, I still want to have the FPS counter's not going to work right now. Oh, yeah, it is. See, that's not. It should be better than that. I usually get better than 7. Usually get like 15 in here. Even, you know, with everything going, park filled up, I still usually get, you know, 15 so FPS. And then what I'll do is I'll slow I have in the background, you can see right here, this is Cheat Engine. I can enable, so I'll go here, I'll open up, I will open up Planet Coaster as the process list. I can go in here, enable Speed Hack, and slow the game down by whatever percentage I feel like. So what I'll do is I will lower the percentage down to, you know, let's say, you know, I'll lower it down by 2,500%. Or in this case, this is 0.05 speed. I think that's 2,000%. Record the footage in that slowed down speed. So I got, let's say, 12 FPS on a 4-hour, 3-hour video. But then I go into Premiere Pro and I will take the video clip, and you'll see right here, if you probably can't see it on the screen, but so this one's 200%. It was 2,000%. I switch the speed up to 100. I bring that back to, say, if it was 2,000% slower, I make it 2,000% faster, and then it's 1-1. And then instead of having 8 FPS, I have 120 FPS. And that's like the trick to getting the high, why my videos can be so high on speed. But what I'm happy I do it because I'm happy I can finally enjoy 120 FPS on my computer and on my TV. But it's a much bigger pain to try to get 120 FPS than it is 60, even with the trick. Because, for instance, for the XL one, I did 0.025 speed, 4,000% slower. That video took like 6 hours just to get, you know, buttery smooth. Where the one you watched earlier, that I think I did that one at maybe I can't remember if I did 1/10 speed. I probably did it 120 speed, so 2,000% slower. If I had to guess. You know, I'm gonna give it a shot. I don't really care too much if this one's 120 FPS. It's just a minor coaster in the park. Still don't know if it's worth doing right now. You know, honestly, I probably won't. I'm gonna save somewhere safe with the game paused. You know what? No, I should close the park first. It's a big mistake. It's easy to make when you load up. Do not ever save your park full of guests. Because if you do, it is going to take a hell of a lot longer to load, and it might be chugging when you load it. And stay chugging even if you empty it. It helps clear the part, especially this one. Just to give you some context, it's been loading a little faster, but it was taking 40 minutes to load this son of a bitch. Yeah, 40 minutes. It's been doing like 25, 30, but yeah, it takes a hell of a long time to open this park, so I have to like plan to open this. Like it's something I have to like sketch out ahead of time. Okay, when am I doing this? Let the park close up, and then we'll save. Oh, well, that does that. I might as well play a video. Why not? Guess I'll play the music version of the new one. Be a little preview of Bloheim. Wrong one. That's Bloheim. We'll do a demo of the new video.
Please move on to the platform.
In fact, I'm gonna do another side by side. That was fun before. Oh, wrong. That's not the side by side.
Please move on to
This
the
one
Please
and
move on to the platform, placing bags
this
and
one.
loose items in the boxes.
I'm also gonna do new like
Once seated,
ah, you idiot. Damn ADD. Ah! God damn it, Brian.
Synchronizing.
Ooh, stop. It's in the middle of the screen. There we go. We'll do a nice side-by-side comparison. I'm also interested to see how the side-by-side kind of works out. A little bit too big. Ah, come on. Oh, come. I love when software cooperates with me. Not.
please move on to the platform, placing bags and loose items in the boxes positioned opposite your seat. Once seated, please pull your lap bar across your waist and then in towards your body. Once again, please pull your lap bar across your
On. Ugh. ADD is not enjoying this.
waist.
New videos on the left. You can see the difference. Not a huge, you know, massive difference, but it's there.
Clusters and constellations of data. This is the future. I'm detecting a strange anomaly. We've been transported to the future.
Now I can save. That's gonna take a while. Oh, that was fast. That usually takes a hell of a lot longer. Well, nobody's watching, so no need for me to do a raid. Not that I actually know how to. Learning this whole streaming thing. No, people are. That's weird. My phone's showing nobody watching. Huh. I guess I do have some people watching. I have no idea how to do it, anyways. I'll figure it out later. I'm seeing 5. My thing was being weird. I still don't like. I gotta get back to work though. I'm gonna try to figure this stuff later. Oh, that's going to be it for now, though. I'll be back on later. Thanks for watching.